What is good, y'all? Welcome back to the Report. Welcome back to a brand new video. We're here and we're back with a different type of video for you guys. Not doing the preview and the recap in this video. I will be doing a preview for the Bucks game in the next video, but today's video we're going to be talking about a trade rumor. And it's something I've been avoiding. I've seen a lot of people talking about it, Heat Nation talking about it, people in my comments talking about it, but I've been just ignoring because I didn't really think it was that big of a possibility. But, you know, with the Heat losing last night's game, again, I did feel like a lot of people were overreacting to that loss. We were without 5 key players, 5 rotation players, 1 being our best player. But it just got me thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, with or without these guys, our offense has been hit or miss this season. And do you think the Miami Heat should go pursue James Harden? This is a player that, again, I have been not talking about on any of my videos. I have been avoiding this guy's topic every time. I've seen this one guy, bro, I forgot your name. He keeps commenting about James Harden. Bro, I see your comments, but I haven't been addressing it because I'm like, bro, I don't really think it's realistic at all. But, you know, just as we keep going more and more into the season, the Clippers, you know, their interest for James Harden hasn't been, as of latest, as high as it was before. They're at a standstill with the 76ers. The 76ers want a lot of pieces that the Clippers are not willing to give up. Could the Miami Heat swoop in and grab James Harden? Now, we'll be talking about this, the possibility, the pros, the cons, all of this stuff. So make sure you guys stick around till the end of the video. Leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Comment down below your thoughts on a potential James Harden to the Miami Heat trade. And yeah, let's get right into it, man. So, as we all know, the Miami Heat just came off a loss to the Timberwolves where they only put up 90 points of offense. Now, again, like I said, I feel like, you know, a lot of people were overreacting a little bit to this loss because of the fact that we were down 5 rotational players with 3 starters. And, you know, we were not expected to win that game. You know, we were rolling out 5 guys who weren't going to be in our rotation. You know, we were rolling them out against a very good Timberwolves team who were in the playoffs last season. So again, it was a disappointing loss, but to say the least, it was expected because the Timberwolves just had a lot more talent out there than we did. But even just watching the game, you can tell that this Heat offense is very, very hit or miss sometimes. Against Boston, it looked good. And the reason it looked good against Boston is because the threes are falling. Same story as last year. If the threes are falling, this Heat offense looks really good. If they're not falling, there's no half-court creation, and there's no rim pressure from this Heat offense whatsoever. Now, have there been improvements from certain players? Yes. I think Bam Adebayo has been the Miami Heat's best player this season. I will say that very confidently. I think he has been extremely good. I think Tyler Hero has taken a lot of shots. Some of them, you know, questionable, but most of them in his wheelhouse. They haven't fallen. And he's been shooting a lot. He has a point to prove. But at times, his inefficiency has been hurting the team. But again, it's not a big deal because Tyler is one of the best players on the team. You want him shooting the shots that he's been shooting. I think Jimmy Butler has been coasting so far to start the regular season. One thing I don't understand is if he did not play in the game against the Timberwolves because of rest, why didn't he play harder against the Celtics? Why? Like, Jimmy Butler, if you were going to take the night against the Timberwolves off, why did you not, you know, do more than what you did against Boston? Against Boston, he was a passenger. He wasn't doing anything. You barely noticed him. So that is one thing I'm not really too sure about. It's my only gripe with Jimmy. But I do get the plan that, you know, with back-to-backs and all this, they want to make sure that they're watching his minutes and watching his games played. He's getting up there in age. I do understand that. But that just emphasizes the need for, you know, some insurance policy when Jimmy Butler is not playing. Because he can't be the only one creating offense for this team. And if it's not him, you know, nobody can really do it. Bam is a center. Tyler is not, you know, there yet. So who do we have that can get people shots but also score themselves? Apart from Jimmy, we have nobody. And Jimmy is a guy who only likes to do this in the playoffs. He likes to save his energy. So it's kind of like we're trying to do this by committee, and we're trying to get, open looks for shooters. And that's how our offense is trying to live right now, is by shooting the three. And if we make our threes, we look really good. We look really, really good if we make our threes. But if we don't, this offense looks terrible. And this is where a player like James Harden can come into the equation. James Harden, say what you want about James Harden. I'm not the biggest James Harden fan out there, but you gotta respect his game. James Harden is a 20-point scorer, and also led his team in assists. Was one of the league leaders in assists with 10 assists per game last season. This guy, first and foremost, whether he's scoring the ball or not, will get his teammates involved and will get to the rim. James Harden does not have the same explosiveness as he might once have had, but James Harden can definitely get past the defender a lot better than Kyle Lowry and a lot better than Tyler Hero right now. And that is a fact. Now, can he shoot as well as Tyler Hero? No, he can't. But he can get to the rim a lot better than both of those guys. And he can play make a lot better than both of those guys. Although Kyle is a good playmaker, James Harden is one of the best playmakers of all time. Now, I feel like if the asking price from Philly is low, the Heat should pounce on this. They should be all over this. We didn't get Dame, which right now, after Dame's debut, I'm not sure how that looks. But we didn't get Dame. We didn't get Beal. If James Harden, who was on the last year of his deal, is available for a low price, then the Heat should be all over this. There's no reason why they shouldn't. A team starting Kyle Lowry and Tyler Hero in their backcourt, people can say whatever they want about these two players, and Kevin Love as their four, it's just not gonna go, that far. It's not gonna be a championship contender like people think they might be. Kyle Lowry is wildly inconsistent. Tyler Hero is still trying to figure it out. He's trying to be somebody more than he is. I feel like Tyler is trying to play on the ball a lot more than he's capable of. Tyler is best when he's off the ball. He's not best when he's on the ball. He's not a shot creator like that. I think they're trying to mold him into that. But right now, Tyler is a lot better when he's off the ball. That's when he thrives. When he's coming off screens, and when he's not like a Duncan Robinson, but he's a lot better when he's off the ball. He can definitely handle the ball, but he's not somebody who's going to break a defense down like James Harden. So James Harden, I think, would be a good fit on this team. Now, the only thing about James Harden that concerns me is the off-the-court stuff. In three years in a row, this guy has requested trades to new teams. First from, Houston to Brooklyn, then Brooklyn to Philadelphia. Now Philadelphia, he wanted out as well. And that is my only concern. Now, if you were to acquire James Harden, you would probably do it under the assumption that you would get him to stay for more than just a year. So I don't know if the Heat are going to be able to deal with that. I know Pat Riley's not going to put up any of his antics off the court. I know this was the same, one of the similar issues with Kyrie. But I feel like James Harden is, somebody who, if he's put into the right situation where a team is embracing, winning, and he is not being taken for granted, he's happy, he has a key role to play, and he's not being a scapegoat, then I feel like he's going to be committed. The second thing that, I'm concerned about is, also off the court related, but it's the fact that it's in Miami. We all know James Harden. We all know what James Harden likes to do, bro. Is Miami the best place for James Harden to be? Because this is a guy that has missed practice multiple times. He's missed shoot around. He's not showing up to team related stuff, and a lot of things have happened And there was a story, I remember Kendrick Perkins was talking about this, where James Harden in the finals, he was out every night in Miami when he should have been getting his rest, and he played terribly against the Heat. So is James Harden going to buy in to the Heat culture? And is he going to fit the Heat mold? Not off top, he doesn't look like a player who fits the culture like that. But maybe that's something that he can buy into. We don't know. I know for a fact that if we do trade for this guy, Pat Riley is not going to stand for any of his nonsense. Neither is Eric Spoelstra. They're going to make him buy in from day one. So if you're acquiring this player, you're acquiring with the assumption that you're going to make him buy into what you're trying to do, both on and off the court. You know, I know him and Jimmy have a good relationship. I know that for a fact. Jimmy has spoken highly of him. And yeah, I know for a fact that they have a good relationship. So I think that's already a positive. And I feel like at a low price, the Heat should definitely consider this. Now, what would the offer be? I'm thinking if it's anything more than Kyle Lowry and a pick and maybe a piece, like, I don't know, they're going to want Caleb Martin. I'm not giving up Caleb Martin. I'm not giving up, I don't know. Let's just say Kyle Lowry and 2 picks, I would do it. I know 2 picks are like, oh, 2 picks. Listen, Kyle Lowry is, I think Kyle Lowry is terrible, first of all. But second of all, you know, 2 picks are cool, but the Heat can find some of the guys that they could have gotten in the first round in the undrafted pool. Like I'm not really worried about draft picks when it comes to the Heat. They're one of the teams that don't really need draft picks to develop talent. So if it means that you can get James Harden without giving up any of your core key pieces, all you have to give up is a couple of picks and Kyle Lowry, then you do it. Now, if they start asking for Caleb Martin, if they start asking for Jaquez or Jovic or any of these people, that's when you hang up the phone and just laugh in their face and be like, nah, we're good. But I feel like Kyle Lowry, you know, is an expiring contract. Philly could definitely use him. He's from Philly. He's a Philadelphia native. He's born and raised in North Philly. He could definitely slot in next to Tyrese Maxey. I feel like that would be a very good fit. Philly was actually one of the places that he wanted to go to, who wanted him. I think it was Philly, us, and Dallas who were after Kyle Lowry in 2020. And he was very close to going to Philly. Somebody was talking about, oh, Philly's like right on the 1 yard line. I remember that report. Someone was like, Philly's on the 1 yard line of getting him. Like it was almost done to Philly. Like Philly was very close, and he was, you know, he chose Miami. At the end of the day, Toronto signed him to Miami because that's what he wanted. That's where he wanted to go to. But bro, Philly definitely makes sense for Kyle Lowry. So I could definitely see a world where they would be interested in Kyle Lowry. Now, obviously, the value of Lowry and Harden is not equal, which is why you'd have to throw in a pick or 2. But I'm thinking maybe 1 pick straight up and then 1 protected pick or 1 swap or something like that, and I think you'll be fine. Lowry a pick and a swap, or Lowry and 2 picks, or Lowry and 2 picks but 1 of them is protected. I like that. I like that a lot. And then you can get Harden. You don't have to give up too much at all. You still have your wings. You still have your young pieces. And I feel like he would slot in right at that point guard position and play right next to Hero. Now, Harden can definitely help with playmaking. He can definitely help with getting to the rim. We don't have enough players to get to the rim. I keep saying this every single time. My only concern with Harden is off the court. I think on the court he'll fit exactly what the Heat need, which is why I think the Heat should be interested in James Harden if the offer that the Philadelphia 76ers want isn't too crazy. If it's a low asking price, which I think it will be because, come on, man, this has been going on for so long right now. I think the Harden thing even broke out before Dame, and we're into the season. He's still not on the team. He's still not on a new team. Like at some point, they're gonna have to lower their asking price. So if it's lowered, I would say go swoop in Heat and go get Harden, and then I feel like that would make us a lot better. Offensively, it would give us a whole new dynamic. If Jimmy's not, playing, or if he's not, playing like playoff Jimmy, and if he's just coasting, Harden, I'm not going to say he's going to be prime Harden, but he's going to definitely help out. So, yeah, that is going to be it, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below, and give me your thoughts on a potential James Harden trade to the Miami Heat. Very interesting dynamic. I would say go after him if the asking price is low. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't think this is gonna happen. This is just a hypothetical video, hypothetical situation, which is why again I have not addressed it too much because I didn't really see the chance of this happening. But with the Heat's offense just looking as bad as it has been, sometimes like it's just very hard not to speculate as to what can the Heat do to get better. And the big name out there is James Harden, and I feel like the Heat can definitely swoop in and get him. He definitely fit the team's needs on the court, and if you can get him to buy in off the court, you'll get a steal of a player. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts on the situation. I'll see you guys later as always, man. Have a nice day. Peace.